Okay, folks, oops, we forgot to create 15 demos. We accidentally left out a demo, so we had 14 demos that we uploaded to YouTube, and I just counted them, and I found I was short one demo when I looked at my phone. I wondered why there was only 14. This is why I like to check. So now we're going to create our last demo. At the moment, I'm going to check that one later once I got the original. So we're just going to make something interesting. So this is now going to be our last demo for the day instead of the magazine. Okay, let's see what this is that we're demoing with. We're demoing with this. It's a money tin with a picture of a $20 note. So yeah, everyone seems to be chasing the dirty dollar. Oh look, folks, money is an important part of this world. We can't have a healthy society without it. It's only when people chase after it with a certain amount of abandon. You know, people just care about money and that's it, and it really hurts the society and nature, hurts the environment. It would be nice if people could treat money as a slave or a servant rather than a master. Then we'd have less problems in the world, and money could become a useful tool instead of a destroying one. Let's see how this goes. And Christmas is a huge time for money. A lot of kids want, and that's what I hate. That's one of the examples of an unhealthy relationship with money, is when adults like to use children as marketing pawns. And that looks really quite interesting. So children have become utilised as innocent marketing pawns, and it really, to me, that really sucks. It really sucks when kids can't be kids. Kids have to follow what their friends are telling them to do. Like, kids want to all have the same toys as each other, and the ones that are poor get left behind. So this is a money tin, and I think you have to rip it open. Yeah, this is one of those ones that you have to destroy in order to get the money out. And basically, yeah, we're going to use that. So basically, yeah, we just get kids end up getting entangled in adult concerns about the love of money and how money becomes some kind of a deity. And people love deities like money for some reason. They just can't seem to control themselves. And big corporations love to rip the planet apart and rip out the human race, because if you have the planet, if you destroy the planet, you're going to destroy humanity ultimately. And that looks really quite interesting. I like that overall. I do think we'll have to enlarge this a bit, but we've got to learn to use our capital wisely. We've got to help the planet and also make sure everyone else in the world gets a fair go. I actually think we can do another one with the map mode, but basically we have to make the world a fairer place for everyone. And that's a challenge, but it's a challenge that we should rise to as a society, as a world, as a world, not just as a country, as a world. I'd like to see more rich people helping the poor, instead of the rich people feathering their own nests and keeping the revenue to themselves. Now that looks better than this, but this looks not quite as nice as that, even though there's a nice pattern. I do think we could probably utilise this, but I really wish that rich people would just, what's the word, pull their weight and use their money wisely and to help others less fortunate. And that's something I would like to do as a CEO of a future photocopier company, is to not just do something that I'm passionate about, designing and building world-beating photocopiers, but also using that money out of my sense of what's the word I could use, out of my sense of gratitude that I can do this. And that's the thing, it's important to do something that you actually love. That's the key to making yourself less of a poo-poo in this world. That if you could do something you actually like instead of doing what you hate, well then maybe you're going to create something better instead of wrecking. Because when people do things just for money, it shows in the workmanship and the design of things, including tech, gadgets, appliances and computers and all that sort of shit. We have to somehow learn how to, it's really hard to work out which one I like the best out of these that I've done, but basically we have to somehow become a world where we help each other and we work in jobs that we actually enjoy, and we don't just work for the dirty dollar. We don't just go for that management job just because it's lucrative, because you could be taking a job out of someone else who could do the job better, and that's someone who enjoys the job as well and therefore does it better. And I'm trying to get in touch with a lost partner, folks. His name's Luigi and I really miss him, and I'm trying to get in touch. Now we've got this pretty well just right. We've just got a little bit of a snick in the corner there. Maybe we could enlarge it just a little bit off, but I really miss my partner, and it really hurts to be away from him. And he shares my passion for photocopiers and the innovation of photocopiers, and we just need to get together. So I'm trying to get this work out there on the prime time news slot, the 6 o'clock news, to get in touch with Luigi, because I can't do this stuff on my own. I can't rely on myself to do this. I'm just wondering if I maybe need to snick that in a bit or leave it like that. But basically it really is difficult. I know my brother was being an asshole when he said this, but he used to tell me it's not what you know, it's who you know. And even though I thought that was cheating, that if you're a bit of a dumb cluck and you got some friend who knows what they're talking about, well, that seems like an unfair thing. But maybe in some respects it's a little bit true, that you have to have the right connections to get somewhere. I know that the photocopier industry doesn't welcome people like myself. People like myself could potentially derail the future of a CEO, like the man behind Konica Minolta. I mean, he wouldn't let me change his company. He wouldn't let me, I'm sure he wouldn't allow me to work for his company, even if I wasn't disabled. And he wouldn't let people in. And I don't know this guy, and this stupid user interface is a demonstration of how fucktardery the photocopier industry has really become. It's really shit. It's just gimmicky. It's just to fucking make a quick dollar and to give the technology a whiz-bang effect without any substance. Now, if I did know Shah Yamana, the CEO of this company, well, maybe he would let me in. So that could be an example of what my brother was always harping on about all these years. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So, let's see how we go with this piece. There were some good pieces that looked like they had potential. So this is our money. I don't know who this character is in this piece. But anyway, that's come up looking quite nice. I think now we can call this demo quits.